Our planet's history is marked by dramatic transformations, with continents drifting, colliding and reshaping the face of the Earth over eons. But none were more striking or more consequential than the birth of Pangea, a colossal supercontinent that forever altered the course of life on Earth. Imagine a world where nearly all land was fused into one immense continent, Pangea, surrounded by the endless, mysterious ocean called Panthalassa. This was a world both alien and familiar, a single landmass dominating the globe. Over 335 million years ago, powerful tectonic forces drove ancient continents together, their relentless movement causing them to collide and merge into a single sprawling landmass. As these continents fused, the collision created immense pressure, forcing the land upward and giving rise to towering mountain ranges that stretched for thousands of kilometers, reshaping the very surface of the planet. Pangea's sheer size meant that its vast interior lay far from the moderating influence of the sea. This isolation created harsh extremes. Scorching summers baked the land, while winters brought bitter cold, making survival a constant challenge. Along the coasts, powerful monsoon rains battered the rocky shorelines, nourishing lush ecosystems. But deep within, the heartland remained arid and dry, a stark contrast to the vibrant edges. The formation of Pangea was anything but peaceful. Immense pressure and heat from the shifting plates triggered violent volcanic eruptions, spewing lava and ash across the land. Dust and volcanic gases filled the prehistoric skies, casting a haze over the land and altering the atmosphere. These changes challenged life to adapt or perish as the environment became increasingly unpredictable. Yet, life responded with remarkable resilience. Along rivers and coasts, amphibians, reptiles, and vast forests of ferns and cycads flourished, taking advantage of the new habitats created by shifting landscapes and changing climates. In the swampy wetlands, Dimetrodon, a sail-backed predator, prowled for prey, while new and diverse ecosystems emerged, each adapting to the ever-changing world. But beneath the surface, the same geological forces that forged Pangea continued to rumble, setting the stage for future upheaval and disaster. The supercontinent's unique geography and climate pushed life to its absolute limits, forcing species to adapt, migrate, or face extinction. As continents continued to collide and volcanoes erupted, the seeds of catastrophe were sown deep within the Earth, foreshadowing events that would reshape the planet yet again. Pangea became both a crucible for new life and a harbinger of Earth's greatest extinction, a place where evolution and destruction walked hand in hand. The stage was set for a planetary crisis that would test life as never before, shaping the destiny of all living things for millions of years to come. Life on Pangea was a daily battle against brutal extremes. The vast interior baked under relentless sun, forming deserts larger than any today. Winters brought sudden, merciless cold, with temperatures plunging far below freezing. Only the toughest plants and animals survived, evolving to conserve water and endure fire and ice. Deadly microbes thrived in stagnant pools, releasing toxic gases that could kill with a single breath. Mass die-offs around ancient waterholes are silent evidence of these dangers. Reptiles, with their water-retaining skin and shelled eggs, gained an edge spreading across the arid continent. Synapsids and sauropsids, ancestors of mammals, dinosaurs and birds, emerged as pioneers in this harsh world. Their survival was a testament to life's tenacity amid relentless adversity.
As the Permian period drew to a close, the supercontinent Pangea was racked by intense geological unrest, culminating in a cataclysmic event in what is now Siberia. The Siberian Traps, a vast region of volcanic rock, erupted almost continuously for hundreds of thousands of years. Rivers of lava blanketed the land, while the eruptions spewed immense quantities of greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide and methane, into the atmosphere, fundamentally altering the planet's climate. As a result, global temperatures soared to unprecedented levels. Polar ice caps melted away, vanishing entirely, and sea levels surged, flooding ancient coastlines and reshaping the world's geography.
Volcanic aerosols filled the skies, creating acid rain that poisoned soils, stripped away forests, and left the land barren and lifeless. Vegetation withered, unable to survive the toxic deluge. Torrents of nutrients washed from the devastated land into the vast Panthallassic Ocean, fueling explosive algal blooms that spread across the water's surface in thick green mats. When these blooms died, their decomposition consumed enormous amounts of oxygen, turning huge swathes of the ocean into suffocating dead zones where almost nothing could survive. Marine life, from tiny plankton to large fish, suffocated as the seas became anoxic, devoid of oxygen and unable to support life. In these oxygen-starved waters, sulfate-reducing bacteria thrived, releasing toxic hydrogen sulfide gas. This deadly gas poisoned the seas and even escaped into the atmosphere, turning the air itself into a hazard.
The planet grew hotter and more toxic than ever before. The air thinned, the water became deadly, and the land was stripped of nearly all life. Coral reefs, once teeming with vibrant life, vanished. The oceans, once rich and diverse, became barren wastelands.
On land, forests collapsed and entire ecosystems unraveled from the ground up. The intricate web of life was torn apart.
For the creatures of the Permian, adaptation was no longer possible. The environment changed too quickly and extinction loomed over every living thing.
The stage was set for the greatest extinction event in Earth's history, a catastrophe that would erase nearly all complex life.
The world was transforming at a pace far beyond what life could endure, leaving little hope for survival.
The countdown to catastrophe had truly begun, and nothing would ever be the same again.
The Permian-Triassic extinction, often called the Great Dying, was Earth's most devastating crisis, a catastrophe that nearly erased life as we know it. In a geologic instant, up to 96% of marine species and 70% of land vertebrates vanished, leaving behind a world almost unrecognizable.
Lush forests disappeared, replaced by hardy ferns and fungi that thrived in the aftermath, painting the land in shades of green and brown. Dominant predators and herbivores, creatures that once ruled the land, were wiped out, their bones scattered across empty plains.
Oceans lost their vibrant reefs and ancient trilobites. The seafloor became a graveyard, littered with the remains of vanished life.
Only a few disaster survivors, like the resilient Lystrosaurus, managed to endure the barren, hostile landscape, eking out an existence where so many had perished.
The silence in the oceans was absolute, an eerie stillness where once teeming life had flourished.
Earth came perilously close to losing all complex life, teetering on the edge of total biological collapse. Recovery was agonizingly slow. Millions of years passed before biodiversity began to return, and the scars of extinction lingered. The extinction reset evolution itself, clearing the way for new forms of life to emerge and adapt to a changed world. The survivors inherited a world transformed by disaster, where only the most adaptable could thrive. This evolutionary vacuum paved the way for the rise of the dinosaurs, who would come to dominate the next era. The planet's darkest hour, though marked by unimaginable loss, became the dawn of a new era, one that would shape the future of life on Earth. How do we know this story? The evidence is locked in stone and bone.
Identical fossils and rock layers on distant continents proved Pangea's existence.
Radiometric dating links volcanic eruptions to extinction layers.
Geochemistry reveals ancient carbon dioxide spikes and ocean anoxia.
Fossil burrows show how some creatures survived underground.
Plant fossils reveal the shift from forest to opportunistic flora.
Computer models recreate Pangea's climate and catastrophic changes.
Through science, we piece together the mysteries of Earth's deadliest era. Pangea's story is a warning, not just a tale from the past.
The Permian crisis, runaway greenhouse gases, rapid warming, ocean anoxia, echoes today's climate threats.
Environmental tipping points can trigger sudden, irreversible change.
The speed of change matters. Life needs time to adapt.
Today's warming and biodiversity loss are happening even faster than during the Great Dying.
By studying ancient chemical signatures, we recognize warning signs in our own time.
This knowledge refines our climate models and helps us spot early danger.
The echoes of Pangea are a clear alarm bell for our future. Pangea's collapse shows how interconnected and fragile life is.
Climate stress, acid rain, and soil erosion triggered a cascade of failures. The loss of key species like Glossopteris trees unraveled entire ecosystems.
Today, losing pollinators or corals could spark similar chain reactions.
Recovery from mass extinction takes millions of years. Biodiversity loss now is irreplaceable on human timescales. Extinction and recovery are recurring themes, each underscoring life's delicate balance with the planet. When that balance tips too far, the consequences are devastating.
Pangea's story is a cautionary tale for our stewardship of Earth. We are custodians of a fragile web of life. The story of Pangea is both a mirror and a warning.
Today, industrial emissions echo ancient volcanic outbursts, driving climate change and ecosystem stress.
The past teaches us that stability is not guaranteed. Earth's systems can shift dramatically.
The world's biodiversity is a precious temporary gift. Its loss threatens us all.
The Great Dying shows that when biodiversity collapses, everything is at risk.
Protecting nature is protecting ourselves. All life is interconnected.
Yet Pangea's story is also one of hope. Life survived, adapted, and flourished again.
Today, we have the knowledge and responsibility to choose a different path. We are the first species to understand extinction and our role in it.
The choice is ours. Heed the warnings of the past or risk repeating Earth's deadliest error.